and Maple Grove's going to have it.
Right out in front, they score!
Hello and welcome to Sports Jam for the week of June 1st. I'm Jay Wilcox.
And I'm John Jacobson at the dash to the finish of the spring sports season. This week on the show, highlights from section softball, baseball, track and field, and golf, plus state adapted softball.
And we'll hear from the Wayzata boys lacrosse team in our Sports Jam spotlight.
We'll get started with lacrosse, where section champions will be crowned this week. Two local Northwest Suburban Conference boys teams met in the Section 5 semifinals as Armstrong hosted Osseo Park Center. Osseo Park Center's Boone Almquist, working the one-on-one, fires home a shot for a 3-2 OPC lead. Second half, Armstrong's a man up. Elliot Olson gets it to Nathan Borwick, and the Falcons pull within 4-3. But it's mostly Osseo Park Center from there. Mason Hodala with a nice pass to Almquist for the goal to make it 7-3. Damon Lingeson tucks home a shot, and our Osseo Park Center wins it 8-4. That sets up the section final as Osseo Park Center meets White Bear Lake for the title Wednesday at 5 o'clock at Park Center High School. In Section 7, top seed Champlin Park takes on Blaine Wednesday at 7 at Irondale. And in the Section 8 final, top seed Wayzata will play Maple Grove. And overtime winner over Anoka in the semis. That game's Wednesday at 7 at Park Center.
In Section 8 girls play, it was down to the wire for two local teams. Third seed Wayzata meeting second seed Maple Grove in the semis. Wayzata dominates early as Meg Ransom weaves her way through the Crimson defense and scores to make it 4-1 Trojans. Maple Grove battles back. Lauren Kaufman splits the defenders and fires the high shot in to make it 6-3. They're within 7-5 at the half. With rain falling for most of the game, it's a close one. Tied at 11-all when Haley Schmidt finds Maddie Wolzman, who gets control and scores for a 12-11 Wayzata lead with 4 minutes left. Ransom gets an insurance goal from the free position, and it turns out they need it as Maple Grove scores once more, but Wayzata wins it 13-12. Here's a look at local section finals in girls lacrosse. Wayzata meets Anoka for the Section 8 title Wednesday at 5 o'clock at Osseo. Armstrong will play Irondale for the Section 5 championship Wednesday at 7 at Osseo. Breck or Benilde will likely face 5-time defending state champion Blake in the Section 6 final Wednesday at Benilde. In the Section 7 final, defending champion Champlin Park takes on Osseo Park Center for the title. OPC upset top-seeded Coon Rapids in the semifinals. The title game is Wednesday at 5 o'clock at Irondale. Now to baseball, where section winners will also be decided this week. Maple Grove's been a top 10 team all season, and the Crimson advanced to the winners bracket final in Section 5 3A to face top seed Mounds View. It's a good start for Maple Grove as Charlie Horton's bouncer over the mound scores Adam Brandt hustling around from second. Maple Grove goes up 2-0 in the top of the first. Might have been a bigger inning, but check out the catch by Mounds View left fielder Tyler Fredlund as he absolutely robs Brett Schultz. The wheels fall off in the bottom of the first for Maple Grove. Wyatt Myers single to center scores Jeff LeMay for the Mustangs. Bo Lovedahl bloops in a hit to score another run. A series of walks and hit batsmen mixed in with 5 hits, and Mounds View scores 9 runs in the first, and they win this game 10-4. So, John, kind of a shocking inning for the Crimson. Yeah. They'll have to shake that one off. Armstrong also into the finals in Section 6 3A as they look to repeat as section champ.
Falcons need one win. They're well rested now, and their opponent will need a sweep to be able to win that section title this week. Local IMAC conference teams Providence Academy and Breck met up in the winners bracket in Section 5 2A baseball. Arnold Clares Field in Loretto, the site for this night game. Providence in white. They get on the board. Michael Burns tags it a long way to right center. Matthew Ferreira is the second of 2 runners to score on a double by Burns, and it's 2-0 Lions. Still in the second, Daniel Fafinski hits it deep to left center. Burns scores easily on a triple for Fafinski. Providence grabs an early 3-0 lead. Providence dominates and they erupt in the 5th. Jackson Baird pokes a hit up the middle, past a drawn-in infield to score. Jackson Shunderby scores to make it 6-1. Providence rolls past Breck 11-1 in 5 innings to move in to the winners bracket final. The state golf tournaments are next Tuesday and Wednesday. A handful of local golfers qualified for state out of Section 5-3A. Day 2 of the girls' tournament featured no local teams, but a handful of individuals. Sarah Erickson of Maple Grove misses the putt here, but turns in Maple Grove's low score with rounds of 88 and 91, and she finishes in 13th. Osseo's Maddie Gorman is the Orioles' lone Day 2 qualifier. Sophomore shot a second round 84 and finished 14th overall. Champlin Park has 2 girls qualify for state, including Megan Munity, who shoots rounds of 84 and 85 to place 4th overall. Rebels junior Taylor Minger will just miss on this par try on the 3rd hole at the Links of North Fork, but she finishes 2nd in the tournament with a 36-hole score of 164. Great weather for the Section 5-3A boys final round, where Maple Grove was one of 4 local teams battling for the section title. Good chip by the Crimson Sam Franklin in East number 6 at Bunker Hills. Franklin with rounds of 79 and 82. The Crimson finished 2nd to St. Michael Albertville. Franklin's teammate Pierce Lanou playing 1 group back. His chip just off the same green, even closer. Great shot by Lanou. He pars the hole and finishes 3rd overall. Qualifies for state with a 36-hole score of 149. Osseo Zach Heiser is headed to state. The Orioles senior shot a 157 two-day score, rounds of 78 and 79, tying for 7th in the section. Finally, look at this putt here on East number 9 by Osseo's J.J. Svak. His final hole of the round, he'll curl in a birdie putt for a second-day score of 68, 4 under par. He wins medalist honors with a 36-hole score of 145. And it is state tournament week, Jay, in boys tennis. The Breck boys will aim for a Class A team title.
That's right, and Nick Beatty of Wayzata looking for a repeat as AA singles champ. Also Maple Grove and Armstrong each have doubles teams in the mix as well. Next up, highlights from section track and field, plus softball and more. Welcome back. Time for section track and field.
And some strong performances by local athletes in our 2 main sections. Starting with Section 5AA, ominous sky at the start of the meet, and it rains all day. And the girls 100 Champlin Park Junior, Miata Flemister-Smith clocks a win in 12.22 seconds. Same race on the boys' side. Corey Mensa is 2nd for the Rebels and qualifies for state. Logan Nelson of Blaine is the winner. Boys 4x200 relay. Clark Winnicky anchors Maple Grove to victory. They head to state. In the girls 400, Park Center's Fashayo Iobomadelli fades in the home stretch, and Izzy Ferrazzo of St. Michael Albertville takes advantage and wins the race. To the sand of the boys' long jump, Jonathan Johnson takes 2nd place for Champlin Park. He'll go to state. And Allison Garridge of Champlin Park wins the triple jump. She also won the long jump on day 1 of the competition. Hard rain for the finals of the boys' discus, but it doesn't bother Park Center's Terrence Howard. He wins the section title with a best throw of 179 feet 11 inches. Here's what 2 local winners had to say.
It's great to throw under different weather conditions because you never know what it's going to be like at state, and it seems like the last 2 years the weather's been kind of bad just like this, and so really, I mean, I guess it's pretty good practice to have the section meet in this kind of weather, and I think it really prepares me for state.
This is my first year triple jumping, and I mean, it's not my best, but it was pretty good for the weather that I had today. And getting ready for state, I got to work on my phases, so we'll see how that goes.
Blaine takes the boys' title with Mounds View 2nd and Champlin Park 3rd. Maple Grove is 8th, Tutino Grace 9th, and Osseo and Park Center tie for 11th. St. Michael Albertville is the girls' champion in this section with Mounds View 2nd and Champlin Park 3rd. Grace is 8th, Maple Grove 9th, Park Center 13th, and Osseo 15th.
In Section 6AA track, it was the reverse from 5AA. After a rainy first day, day 2 was much better. Wayzata High School, the site for the 6AA meet. The boys' 100-meter dash is a fast one. Armstrong's Evan McClellan is the winner, with 7 of the 8 runners qualify for state. Girls 100, Armstrong's Michaela Baker and Benilde's Lashana Porter-Wurzos battling to the wire. Porter-Wurzos wins by 9/100ths of a second. Boys 4x200, Hopkins and anchor Bill Atkins outkicking Wayzata's team, but both go to state. The girls' triple jump, Baker of Armstrong takes 2nd place and advances on to state. She also wins the long jump. The boys' long jump, Wayzata's Wesley Jackson takes 3rd place to advance to state. Back to the track, the boys 400 meters. Wayzata's Tyler Didier legs out a victory. His winning time is 49.88, and here's what two local champs had to say.
I was injured during the whole year last year, so I wasn't as fit as last year. And now this year, I feel more fit and more able to run faster.
I ran at 8:54 today, and that felt way easier than I thought it would. I thought I'd be around 9:05, but 8:54 felt really controlled. So going into state, I'm pretty excited about hopefully running low 840s would be really fun if it's a good day.
Wayzata wins the boys' meet, followed by three more Lake Conference teams, Eden Prairie, Minnetonka, and Hopkins. Armstrong is sixth, and Minnetonka edges Eden Prairie for the girls' title. Wayzata, Armstrong, and Hopkins are in the 4, 5, 6 spots. The state meet is Friday and Saturday at Hamlin. It's state tournament week in softball. Maple Grove made a bid to get back to the Class 3A tourney as they took on Rogers in the Section 5 championship. It's 0-0 in the fourth when Hannah Lund drops a single to short left. Sophie Zwak speeds home from second to score the game's first run. Maple Grove goes up 1-0. Crimson pitcher Sydney Smith gives up 3 singles in the row in the top of the fifth, but the Rogers Royals cannot get a run. The bottom of the fifth, Megan Mulcrone bounces to short. The throw home is low. Sammy Sadler slides in to make it 2-0 Crimson. Rogers gets runners at second and third in the seventh, but Smith shuts the door with 2 of her 13 Ks. Maple Grove is headed back to state with a 2-0 win. We'll hear from the Crimson later in the show.
In Section 6-3A, Hopkins needed 2 wins to take the section title. Buffalo coming in unbeaten in the tournament. Solid defense for Hopkins here. Sarah Hudson pops the bunt up. The Royals get the catch and double the runner off second base. And it stays scoreless. In the fifth inning, Hannah Kleiss grounds to short. The Bison take the out at first as Evelyn Barsick scores to make it 1-0 Royals. Buffalo ties it in the sixth. Mackenzie Johnson bunts right on the baseline. The throw to first sails high. Callie Wyckoff scores to make it 1-1. We go to extra innings. In the ninth, Cassie Hurrius lifts a fly ball to medium deep left field. Haley Den Hartog tags up to score, and Hopkins wins 2-1. That forces a second game. Hopkins trails 1-0 in the fourth inning of Game 2 until Emily Ice drills it over the center fielder's head. Morgan Hawley scores, and Brenna Falk follows to make it 2-1 Hopkins. Then Michelle Gunther hits a line drive for another hit. And this one scores Ice. Things look good for the Royals, and they lead it 3-1. Buffalo ties it, though, and they take the lead in the seventh. Wyckoff's bunt scores Johnson with the go-ahead run. It's 4-3 Bison. And Peyton Speckle follows with a big 2-run double. Buffalo wins 6-4, and they advance to state for the first time.
In Class A, West Lutheran facing Power New Life Academy for the Section 4 title. Bottom of the first, the line drive to right. Gets by the West Lutheran outfielder, allowing a run to score. It's a triple for Mallory Gare, and it's 2-0 Eagles. Bottom of the fifth is a big inning for New Life. Elena Linster strokes a 2-out single to score Sydney Gunderson. It's 5-zip. Then Hannah Nelson gets a ground ball through to bring around Krista Hagelin. The Eagles lead at 7-0 after 5. West Lutheran never gets anything going offensively, and New Life takes the section title. So, John, Maple Grove returning in Class 3A, very close to winning a title last year. They're certainly one of the teams that has a shot, and we'll see how things develop this week.
You got to think they're the favorite going in, and with the senior team, this is certainly kind of their year, the year they feel they can do it. Good runs deep into the section tournament for West Lutheran. Wayzata and Hopkins coming up short, but we'll see the fun down at North Mankato this week.
Yeah, Maple Grove, I think the memory of last year when they had a lead in that championship game has been kind of driving them to really concentrate and take every game seriously this year.
Right. Well, now the state adapted softball tournament is in the books, and for the first time in 7 years, Robbinsdale Hopkins Mound Westonka did not win the state PI division title. Anoka Hennepin faced Rochester in the championship game. Top of the first inning, and the Mustang Stevie France hits it hard to the right side. She gets to first safely, and when the ball gets away, 2 runners, including Kai France, score. Anoka Hennepin scores the maximum 5 runs in the first. Fourth inning, Jordan Peshong hits it hard to short. The Raiders can't get it out on the play. Stevie France scores. Tyler Ezell never stops running and comes in as well. Put Anoka Hennepin up 10-7. And then check out the final play of the game coming up. Raiders at the plate. They'll hit the ball to the right. Rochester will get a run in here. The Mustangs catcher Kai France holds his ground, tags out Ryan Broers to end the game. Anoka Hennepin takes the PI Division title with an 11-8 win.
It's great, we play great defense. You gotta play hard in these type of games.
So congratulations to them. The Robins in the PI Division and Osseo in the CI Division each took 4th place.
And Orioles senior Alex Kreidler finishes his career with the most pitching wins in program history. Great career for him. Next up in our Sports Jam Spotlight, Jason Malillo has the story of Wayzata's outstanding boys lacrosse team. The Wayzata boys lacrosse team plays for the Section 8 title on Wednesday night. The Trojans are having one of their best seasons ever, and Jason Malillo profiles the team in this week's Sports Jam Spotlight story. Here's Jason.
Wayzata ripped off 10 straight wins this season before losing to reigning state champion Eden Prairie. That loss came with the postseason looming and might turn out to be a good thing for the Trojans.
I think that the loss against EP really taught us the most. That really got us into our place and showed us we aren't above everyone. We are entitled to some confidence, but never too much.
Our team really thrives off kind of an ego and cockiness, and we needed a little step back and to reevaluate each other and ourselves to make sure that we're focused.
Wayzata has talented players all over the field, and they know how to pick each other up.
Early on, our offense really carried this team really well, and as of late, our defense is definitely catching up and holding their own really well too. So I think we're becoming a well-rounded team on both ends of the field. Our offense definitely set the expectations high early for the whole squad. So we've picked it up on all ends, and now we're just trying to tweak a few areas that we feel that we need a little work in.
I think it really depends on the day, because our offense has spurs of moments where we can score 3 goals in a minute, whereas some days it takes us a couple minutes to score at least 1. So depending on the day, but our defense has been very consistent this past couple days.
Attackmen Amar Batra and Max Stecker are snipers who each scored 20 goals in the regular season. Midfielders Adam Grooms and Grant Long impact the game at both ends of the field. And goalie Aaron Peterson is aided by a tough core of defenders that includes senior DeAndre Brechto.
We're all clicking really well, so they've thrown a lot at us as well, and it's really worked well. We're trusting our coach, Coach Carlson, so he's got a good mind for defense, and it's going well.
Brechto admits a fun part of being a defender is getting to whack people, but this kid has brains too. Brechto won the 2015 Twin West Legacy Foundation Scholarship. According to the Twin West website, it's a scholarship given each year to one high school senior who exemplifies positive leadership attributes and is a well-rounded student role model. Brechto will get $5,000 and use that money to attend the University of Minnesota.
I went online, did a quick application, and I got an email saying I was selected as a finalist. And I went into the interview, and I thought it went really well. I met with 3 board directors, and they ended up emailing me again saying I didn't get it. But then 5 minutes later, I got another email saying that was a mistake, and I actually got the Legacy Scholarship. So it was really good news.
If Wayzata can win a second straight section title and get back to state, they might get another crack at Eden Prairie. And there's some unfinished business there. The Eagles ended Wayzata's season last year, winning in overtime of the state semifinal.
We are a far different team from last year, and we're taking last year's knowledge of the state tournament and with guys who are continuing to play, and it definitely is a different team than last year. But I do think we are better than last year's team.
The Trojans will play Maple Grove for the Section 8 Championship Wednesday at 7 p.m. at Park Center High School. J-Talk softball with the state-bound Maple Grove Crimson coming up next.
Welcome back to Sports Jam. The Maple Grove softball team is back in the state tournament after beating Rogers in the Section 5 championship, and we're joined by a couple of their seniors that helped to make it happen, starting with Maddie Gordon. And how much fun was this section tournament? You guys didn't allow a run, come in and beat a good Rogers team here in the finals.
Oh, it's so fun. We knew that we had to lose twice kind of going into it, so it was kind of more of a relaxed approach, but we knew we couldn't sleep on these guys. And, it's always fun to win one of these. We've been here before, and I hope we can do well after this, too.
Most of you girls have been in the state tournament before. You know what to expect as far as, everything to do with the tournament. How much does that help as you get ready to go down for a senior year now?
Oh, we have a ton of seniors, so that really helps as far as seniority because we've all been here. We all have the level head. It's not like a bunch of young people who've never been here before, so I think we'll have the composure to go pretty far this year.
If you guys play well, is this a championship team, do you feel?
Oh, 100%. I believe in every single player on our team, and I hope that we can get there, but I guess we'll see one step at a time now.
Thanks, Maddie. Good luck at state.
Thank you.
And Sydney Smith pitching another gem here in this section championship, and you guys had a couple times where they got some runners. Did you bear down even more and try and finish them off there in the end?
Yeah, them getting runners on definitely gave our defense and our offense more determination to score runs and get people out and just keep the runners and the defense calm and just say, this is a 7-inning game. We have 7 innings.
I was talking to a couple of your teammates about how, from the outside, people kind of look at it as almost like automatic. Well, they've got their whole team back. They're going to get to the state tournament. But you have to fight that feeling a little bit, don't you, as a team?
Yeah, it's definitely having everybody back is probably giving us more determination just because it's the same team that lost in the championship last year and it's the same team that wants to get back there, and it's it gives us more determination and more fight and more drive because most of these girls were done after this year, so we just want it so bad.
Are you guys superstitious at all? Is there anything that you'll do or not do heading to state just because of what's happened in the past?
Well, we have a little block of wood in the dugout, and every time someone says something, they have to knock on wood. But we have a few players that are pretty superstitious, so that's probably going to come out super strong heading to the state. So,
Sydney, congratulations on the section title. Have fun at state.
Thank you.
Sydney Smith and Maddie Gordon, Maple Grove softball, as they head and try and gain a championship in Class 3A. We'll leave you with a look at the rundown for the state tournament and then our plays of the week.
Bunts a very high pitch. Kuznia diving catch. Throw to first and a double play.
Two pitch called strike 3. Spring is here, and so are spring sports on Channel 12. Tune in for our full game coverage of the local teams in baseball, softball, plus girls and boys lacrosse.
And a liner, and Jellison snags it for the final out.
Watch all of the regular season games live on the web at 12.tv. Follow us on Twitter at 12 Sports for game information, plus all the local sports highlights. Catch it all this spring on Channel 12.
Sharing your passion starts with taking that first step. Take Will, for example. His first step was taking free TV classes at Northwest Community Television. He's learning production skills and now has access to cutting-edge equipment. He's working on local music productions, meeting new people, and gaining experience needed to produce his own show. Best of all, he's sharing his passion for music with others in his community. Share your passion. Visit nwct.org.
And that will do it for this week's show. State competition this week, Jay, in tennis, softball, and track and field.
That's right. Also section play in baseball and lacrosse. So we'll have plenty of highlights next week here on Sports Jam. See you then.